CS.money, a new service for trading your skins. Tired of all the skins piling up in your inventory? With CS.money, trading got faster and safer than ever. Now you can just sign in to our website, choose the skins from your inventory and those you want to get from a broad variety. Confirm the trade and rejoice in your new skins. CS.money, the best service for trading your skins.
E-gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match. Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
A huge game is ahead of us, or behind us here on the stage in the Yingyang Stadium here in Shanghai, China. My name is Hugo, joining me is Risk, and we've got some Danish CS, some local countrymen for you, Risk, up against the big boys Virtus.pro. Again, Danish CS being one hell of a drug, we've got an interesting veto. What do you make of this?
Yeah, of course we can't tiptoe around it. Yeah. Leaving cash in that one and going straight for the nuke pick, which is also a good map for VP. This has to be probably the best veto that VP could get in this matchup.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, right? This whole series is an issue for Heroic in the sense that they have the cash and the cobble permabans. This is something you can't afford to have. You can't afford to have two maps that you really just don't touch, especially when you turn up against a team like Virtus.pro who are both, as we know, a strong cash and a strong cobble team. Yeah. And then to add to that, to pick nuke, nothing's going right for Denmark, Niels. It's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, that's how it is with drugs sometimes, you know.
This is a worrying one. Before the game, though, you were coming to me and you were saying, oh, this is Heroic's one to win. You think they're going to take this? You think it'll be a 2-1? You still standing with that now that you know the maps?
So my logic in this one is nuke. Both teams are good on nuke, but historically, Heroic have actually had a good grasp on what VP do on this map, and both individually and as a team, they're actually really good counter for what VP can throw at teams on nuke. So I think nuke should be going to Heroic. Really? It all comes down to how Cash is going to work out, in my opinion. Because Cash could be the difference maker, and this man could be the difference maker as well if he's not awake.
Taz is looking like he just got 16 forward by Flash.
That's 2 days ago. Yeah. But Taz still here. He's getting his morning coffee. He's getting...
Morning, it's like 3 p.m.
Oh, yeah, but they obviously slept until now. They have all the time, so they made sure that they can get 12 hours of sleep or even more in this situation. But we all know how important sleep is at these events. If you only get 2 hours, you're going to be wrecked. That's why VP, of course, sleeping as long as possible.
And, of course, they played till very late last night up against Renegades going on to the early
hopefully
hours
they slept as long as possible. If they didn't, that would be a big problem.
Well, Pasha, he looks good, and I'm sure the crowd like him as well, judging by the screams. I don't speak Chinese, but...
No, it's literally because Pasha comes on the screen, people cheer. That's how it is.
Who doesn't love Pasha? But yeah, sorry, carry on. You said Heroic were going to take nuke.
And my whole argument comes around cash. So cash is kind of the unknown quantity in this. And I'm saying that sounds weird to some people because all the people are going to say, oh yeah, they only played one game on Heroic and they lost that, they're going to be terrible in cash. One of the things I actually think that they have been working on for a long time, because I know when Fetish goes out, the style of the team goes out, and they have to focus on building something new with this lineup. Yeah. And I think they cannot work with this model anymore where they have two instabans. They have to only have one instaban, and that's going to be coupled for the future. I think they actually behind the doors have been working on cash. That's why they were comfortable picking it against Hellraisers or getting it against Hellraisers, not going for that instant ban. And maybe just maybe they have more. Maybe just maybe they were disrupted by Isa and all the guys in that situation, maybe they can do something against VP, but I don't think it's going to go that way. I think it's going to go to map 3.
Yeah, and so you think Heroic are going to take it when we go to Inferno, or do you really...
See, that depends on if Neo shows up, in my opinion, because I think he could be the difference maker for VP in this kind of scenario. I think it also depends on if S-Attack and if Snappy shows up individually for Heroic. Yugi and Nico should be on a position where they can be the top fraggers and the guys who are winning the clutches for Heroic. If Snappy and S-Attack can deliver an average to above average performance, then yes, they have a chance. Neo will have to do the best he has ever gotten to play out, lights out, and just do as he usually does, because yesterday we saw him.
Yeah.
181 rating. That's insane.
Yeah,
in the best of 3.
Again, maybe perform similar to how he did at Epicenter, obviously a different level of opposition. But some would say you're clutching at straws, at least in the argument that Heroic is saving stuff, at least on cash. But coming into this one, we never know. Again, this is a matchup we expected to be the grand final, is now in the semi-final because of how Heroic did up against Hellraisers last night. No more speculation, no more guessing. I'm going to be the realist here. I think this is VP's match to win. But that being said, it depends if Neo shows up. If we have Pasha on that AWP performing as he has been this entire event and how it has been, at least prior to that, in Epicenter.
Those were actually some really good odds on VP.
Yeah.
1.5 return for VP. That's not too bad.
It's the inconsistencies of them, right? Because
that's the problem.
This one, we go, okay, this is VP. Like, we look at this and we go, okay, this is VP's game, right? They take this. But then you go, it's a seed of doubt. It's the, oh wait, but this is VP. This is VP.
That's the way I always feel when I watch VP games. There's always that seed of doubt that something can always happen.
As is Danish CS as well.
Yes, so we have the immovable object and what's the other
unstoppable
thing?
Force.
Unstoppable force that are meeting each other. What's going to happen, Hugo? No one knows.
I'm going to lean the way of VP. You're leaning the way of Heroic. We're just going to get this one underway into the 9th round. Everything's close, and I think this is a great depiction of how this match is going to go. And that as well. Modi, though, closing it out. So Heroic get the pick on Nuke. Now, we just saw them play versus Spirit. 15-0 on the CT side, which they'll now surely be picking. Again, an easier opposition. They play very aggressive, as was talked on the desk. They had a lot of nice outside control, some good aggression to keep Spirit at bay. YNK was the one who said that they need to do this up against VP, but if there's any team that's going to be able to shut it down, it is VP.
Yeah, but I also think, like, if you play against an opposition that technically is better than yourself, you have to play that no-respect style. You cannot respect your opponent too much, even though they're better than you. You have to say, okay, how do we win this? In what win conditions do we need to take this one? Don't think about how we can take it to 15 or 15 or how we can make a good performance. The only goal is to win. And that has to be the focus for this team, even though they're in an underdog position. Yeah,
the inconsistencies of Heroic have always plagued them, but coming into this one, this was their event we hoped they would do well in. And while VP are coming off the back of a great performance, I really do hope Heroic put up a good fight. Regardless of the outcome of this matchup, I want it to go 3 maps, and I think it really will. I think this is going to be a close matchup coming into this one. I feel like Nuke is just going to be a very tough object for them to climb over. But then starting on the CT side, that's definitely something to at least work with moving forward. You know, not exactly going to have the 15-0 start as we saw, you know, Dankus on the desk as we would expect, but I think they can put up a good fight here. I think this is their chance.
Yeah, I have to agree. And I have to agree with the whole momentum argument as well that was mentioned. And it's always mentioned when we talk about CS and when we talk about VP and when we talk about Heroic. If Heroic start off well, Hero Nuke on their map point, they get, let's say, a 5-6-7-0 start, and VP start to doubt themselves, that whole thing can spiral out of control. That's going to be maybe the first map gone. If they can take that first map, then it becomes a really interesting matchup. If VP just smash Heroic on map 1, it's going to be a clear 2-0. That's not even...
Yeah, Cash I just don't see going the way of Heroic again. You know, we know how little they touch this map alongside Cobblestone, so this is the one for Heroic to win, otherwise they're out, and that's probably going to be their goal. But we're here, ladies and gentlemen. We're into the semi-final. Heroic versus Virtus.pro, kicking things off on Nuke, the first map of a potential 3. Again, Heroic with the full armor buy to start things off, and VP a little bit of utility.
Alright, already now the flashes are being thrown from VP. Taz is making his way towards the ramp. Modi's on the receiving end. 3 players technically on the inside as one drops towards the vents. As they do have this pressure towards the ramp, that means they are pulling a rotation down towards that B-bomb side.
Yeah, again, the same way they played it versus Spirit. S-Tags down towards B, giving up outside control, and that's allowed VP to wrap in the rafters. They're going to hit A, but Snappy's ready for it. He shuts down 1 on the rafters, Neo dead, and now 2 remaining, but Modi's rotated off ramp. Not only did he get that pick from earlier, but now he knows VP have control of Heaven. Unfortunately, though, for Snappy, he gets aggressive outside and pushes further than main. He'll go to his death, so Pasha upgrades, and VP in a better situation than they were a second ago.
Yeah, that's a clear mistake, just overextending himself when they're playing this compact situation. And that's going to result in a 3v2 still. It was a 4v2, now it's a 3v2. There's still room for Pasha and Bialy to move around this, but they need to find an opening in order to make this one an even round.
Yeah, Heroic have them contained. Despite Snappy going down, they know exactly where VP sit. As Pasha looks to make his way back up the ladder, he's going to be spotted. Modi, information, a free kill for Pasha if he can land a shot with the USP, but he falls. That's Bialy alone. He was last spotted towards the rafters as well, so Heroic have some information. He's wrangled his way up there, and Heroic aren't going to be challenging this. So bomb plant potential, but they have good positions for the retake. They know exactly what's going on. Bialy going to stick the plant on the site, but 2 players moving in, plus Modi on ramp. It's going to be rounding the corner as S-Tag. Nice job there. Heroic picking up the pistol.
And then that's on the back of the first opening on Modi. He basically goes into the ramp and says, okay, I know there's a player on the ramp. What I can either do is hold back, or I can go up and go in for the big balls play and go and take the frag. He takes the duel and wins that. That shows me that they are playing this no-respect style. They are saying we can beat VP in aim duels, and that's a big thing.
Yeah, but it's clear VP at least had a look at the previous game where we saw Heroic on this map versus Spirit, because that Rafters wrap was just off the back of Heroic playing the same pistol round setup earlier on versus Spirit, in the sense that they had no outside control. They had S-Tag down towards B as they did in Vents this time, and you know, that just allows VP to wrap Rafters, but it finds them nothing. So now first round for the Danes. SMG's going to be brought up, and VP not forcing. We've got a Deagle, we've got P250s. They're looking for more utility going into their first buy so they can allow for a proper execute.
Did get that bomb down, and the pistol cell will probably give them the chance, or at least the decision of having a funky first buy a bit earlier than expected. Snappy with full utility already taken down to 18 HP. That's a big problem, getting digged with those pistols. Yugi's MP9, of course, trying to farm up weapon for the AWP. We can see come into play later on. Snappy has rotated down towards lower, where Pasha currently is. 15 HP on him, so this is back and forth with HP. Modi on the back of ramp. Bialy trying to challenge him. Well, they're losing HP all over them at VP, but oh, that's a nice shot from Neo, though. Neo just powering through ramp. S-Attack in the meanwhile takes down Pasha, and this is the train. This is the plow coming down towards that ramp right now.
Yeah, no armor to work with, but the M4 thrown over to Taz, who's on full HP. Snappy low as well on B. VP have the option for not only 2 picks, but also a second weapon to be grabbed. Snappy plays close, though. They don't realize he's here yet, and Yugi's also in the vent, so he holds the cross. Bomb down, but it's going to get cancelled. Snappy peeks out, and he goes to more as well. 2 players dead. Taz dropping the M4, and Snappy doesn't matter that he's low. He's just doing work. VP shut down on the B-bomb site, and they will be losing out. It looked like a great start. They got the pick, they got the bomb to the site, but they'll get no further.
And that's something they mentioned on the desk as well, how well Snappy has been playing individually lately. And I think it also can be translated to the fact that now Snappy has full control over this team. So the way that he usually plays when you have a coach is that the coach always has something to say about how the team is run, how the strategies will run. Right now, there's no coach on Heroic. That means Snappy has full control. He can do whatever he wants. And I think that could maybe what is translating into him having this kind of free-flowing new style of his and newfound confidence. It's working out well, and if you have an in-game leader that can be that great medium fragger as well, not lying in the bottom of the scoreboard all the time, maybe even sometimes also being on the top of the scoreboard when he's having a good day, that's just so perfect for Heroic. They need the firepower.
But the pressure's not on Snappy. Again, you say they need the firepower, they have it. They have Yugi, and he's up on the AWP into this round. S-Tag with the M4 back in the back of Garage, but Snacks knows, or at least he has an idea. Smoke out will allow Snacks to cross. Got to be careful of main, but he's got players just above, close to trade as S-Tag falls back passive. There's the smoke. This means they're trying to cancel out S-Tag. They know, or at least expect he's in the position, but Snacks spots it. Neo doesn't, and S-Tag takes 2. Bomb dropped. Molotov out. Dowie just needs to stay alive and maybe cross towards the other side of the Garage. VP need to retrieve this bomb, but it's stuck in no man's land.
Good start to the round, good start to the game for Heroic. Virtus.pro not looking like they're ready to answer what the Danes have just yet. S-Attack is holding this position down very conservatively in the back room of that corner and just making sure that no one can cross him, and they're not going to be able to challenge him either. They have to go towards his position in order to take him out. They do have a lot of time, though. Bialy will have to drop down to see him if S-Attack doesn't move here. And that's not on his mind right now. He's making his way in towards A.
Yeah, but the bomb's not been grabbed yet. Pasha's going to go and do that towards the outer yard, but again, we still have S-Tag here. He grabs another kill. Taz, he's dropped from the Heavens and he's dropped to his death. Finally traded from Pasha, but it's only 2 players up as Pasha gets tagged at 2 HP. 25 seconds left on the clock. VP, well, they've wormed Bialy up into the Heaven. That's really all they've got in their favor. Pasha's so low, and with him so low, if he drops a bomb back in lobby, that's the round over. There's no way that Bialy can trade.
And this is one of the win conditions that we talked about earlier when Heroic were playing against Spirit. This is the same win condition here against VP. S-Attack has to deliver as the third star in the team, and he's doing that right now. 3 kills in this round against the first buy from VP. Very nice to see.
Yeah, and forcing VP to save as well. Moving forward, that's a massive round for Heroic. It completely shuts out the game plan. And that's post-round time as well, so no loss bonus, no gun for Bialy. Pasha's going to have to play the single catalyst rifle. VP in a position where if they forced, I wouldn't even be surprised. They've got 2 players who won't be able to buy up next round.
Oh, let's see how they're going to handle this one, VP. No pause as well. to kind of discuss this further.
This is so bad for them, though.
Yeah, this is not a great start for VP whatsoever, but we have to give it to Heroic. They've been playing very well and very controlling. They know exactly what VP are going to throw at them, and they're countering it incredibly well.
And it was S-Tag who stepped up massively versus Spirit earlier. Yes, we saw two absolute stomps in the favor of this Danish team, but S-Tag, not always a man at the top of the board with Nico and Yugi being the outshining players, but he was performing very well. He's already started out off into nuke as well. If he can continue, this could be good for the Danes. But fast outside for VP, only pistols, one rifle.
And they're playing this double stack outside where Yugi has the more defensive position, and then S-Attack inside the main or inside the garage. His S-Attack takes one. He takes a second. He's just spraying them away right now with the M4A4. Neo's down on 26 SP as well, and this is eco frags. It's so nice to see him just wrapping around and taking these frags.
Yeah, and one Neo will worm his way into main. S-Tag with 1 HP just goes to the repeak. The balls are insane as VP are limited to just one player again. AK dropped down in the yard with the bomb, so no way for Snax to save this as he just holds for S-Tag's cross. But while VP not giving away the position of the last player, Heroic don't need to take any fights or take any challenges here. They could just flex their muscles, show confidence as, you know, this is going to be one of the things they need to do coming into this game. Show their confidence, show they can take these Angels, but they don't know where he is just yet.
Snax is a player you can never underestimate, though. But in a 1v5 with nothing but a Desert Eagle and a Dream, seems like all hope is lost for this round at least. Snax edging his way in, trying to find play on the back of the bomb side. It will be Nico catching him out, and that's going to be round number 4 for Heroic. 5 weapons brought into that next round.
Yeah, so much money being built up for Heroic. If they can kickstart this game with a really good economy, it will take VP a few rounds in a row to break them. And we know how difficult it is to get rounds on that T side, especially consistent rounds wrapped together. Now if we look at the money, it's not only Pasha, but Bialy on the pistols, as these were the players to save, or tried to save 2 rounds ago. Now, with just 2 CZs, triple AK, this is why VP didn't force. It allows them some good utility on the pistol players, but moving forward, the firepower is going to be what's lacking.
See if they can make something work here. Pasha trying to make his way outside with the CZ-75. We saw S-Attack against Spirit from this position, and he did so well. He's now changed up from a garage to the more aggressive position because he knows this wall of smokes will come out, and he can play around it. Right now, he's playing with VP.
Way.
Let's see if he gets more information. They do go into secret, and he has not spotted them just yet. But with the wall of smokes being down, they have the idea that this can actually happen. That's why that smoke has come down from the CT side, and that's why Snappy's here.
Yeah, going to be perfectly poised for this one. Flash goes through, Pasha blinds himself as a deep smoke goes in as well. Snappy can peek over the top of this. It's going to be too low, so he can still play the headshot angle in front of the smoke, but he doesn't get anything. Great shot from Neo, down to 3 HP, and well, Snax has wormed his way out onto the ramp. They don't know it just yet. Modi's defending the B-bomb site, again from this position that Snappy was in just 2 rounds prior. The VP have B for the time being. Snax's lurk up on ramp has been a real issue so far this round. And now S-Tag, well, he was outside early. He's got to rotate back round towards B to get things done. Nico popping in through the vents towards the B site, and he drops Bialy in the meantime. That's a bomb cancelled on the plant. So 2 players left for VP to make this work, and Snax will start things off.
And Neo has delivered great in this round so far. 2 frags from him, but only on 3 HP. So we're looking to Snax to be the one to make the difference, the one to drive this one home for the Poles, as Yugi and S-Attack both are alive. Still utility on Yugi, a couple of flashbangs, but at this point won't really use them. What could be really great now was a Molotov, but that's not going to be the case. Yugi drops into the vents with the dualies. Let's see if he can get it. He's going to go for the dualies, and Snax going to take that duel.
That's so good. Snax need to grab that frag. They couldn't have gone for the bomb plant because they don't know the position of this last player. Now S-Tag has to come in for the retake. A 1v2, first kill grabbed as Neo's dead, but he was already low. It's a real contender. You said it yourself. Snax full HP in the vents. As S-Tag unable to find his position, he spots him, he sees the arm up in the vent, so he can go for the fight. Needs to tap the bomb, needs to bait Snax out of position if he wants to actually get on this. He has the kit to play with, but Snax is wrapping the doorway and he has no idea. Good timing from Snax.
In that situation, you're basically gambling. There's 4 different positions. The window is technically out, so it's 3 different positions, 33.3% chance of picking the right one. He goes for the vent one because that's what he's seen so far. He thinks that's going to be the correct one. Of course, Snax has control over that. He rotates into the off angle, takes him out. Easy peasy, first round on the board for VP. Neo, nice performance there from him, and Snax in the end, playing very well, dropping into that vent, getting things started. So nice to see VP on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and Pasha with the AWP now. That's saved off the body of Yugi that was picked up in vents. So that's going to be an interesting weapon to see, as VP wouldn't have been able to afford that usually. It's S-Tag again outside, because VP didn't spot him here in the previous round, so he's again pushed up, but they have no idea. He's going to get aggressive. Spots Pasha with a nade out, and he takes him, but Bialy quick with the trade. VP back to a 4-on-4, but they've already forced their way down into the B site. Again, it's going to be control for Heroic, but this time from Yugi. The AWP, they line up, and he gets one. The flash goes through, and he has to fall back. Refacing as well, and the 2 kills found. Yugi, a great defense down B. Snappy even follows up with a refrag as Yugi was eventually dropped, but now Snax is alone. A 1v3.
That's the quality that Yuki can bring into a team. He's this kind of twitchy AWP where he takes tools that he technically shouldn't take, and somehow he gets something out of it. And this time it's 2 frags. Gonna hopefully bring that AWP into the next as well. Let's see if they can find it. No, they couldn't. So that means that Muddy will have to drop over the AWP if they want to have that going into the next round. But reset for VP by Heroic. This Muddy's not looking good. Passion 1400 Snax on the same, and so is Neo. Heroic with some back to go here, but they know they're up against pistols, so no reason to rebuy the AWP. Again, the UMP on Snappy, tossing things around, and then they can upgrade in the next round or the next buy round if needed be.
Oh, VP, they go for CZ's and armor.
Yeah, this is the force.
Yeah, as you would expect, some players saving a little bit of money for the future. Of course, Pasha wanting to go for that AWP. So this is the investment from VP, but not a lot of utility as they focused on getting the CZs. It's going to be Heroic already with a very strong lead. We said they needed early momentum coming into nuke, and they've certainly shown that. Modi as well, 2 quick kills. Going to shut down everyone on ramp. 3 frags. Neo trades, but Yugi's already rotated in, so he can drop the bomb. And now Pasha, while he's wormed his way down B, again, Heroic, they've been so good at this. They give up outside control, but they never leave B.
And that's how they play it with S-Attack, and sometimes you can play that secondary AWP. If they don't play that secondary AWP, S-Attack either plays on the back of that main garage, or he plays aggressively through the smokes when the buy is up for VP. And when he hears the smoke go down, or if he sees something, then Snappy rotates downstairs, throws that defensive smoke as well, and holds the stairs. So that perfect setup is just working out for Heroic right now. 6-1. That was still just a force. This is going to be the eco. That means it should be 7-1 for Heroic as well. VP a bit in trouble, but next buy round should be good for them.
P250 and a bunch of Glocks here for VP, so Heroic looking to extend this round lead much further. Similar so far to the map versus Spirit. VP with 1 more round on this T side than Spirit got in the entire half, though, and we're early days. Yet to see a couple of buy rounds from VP. Heroic have kept their economy in shambles this entire map so far, and Yugi, high angle outside, won't spot this Glock wrapping up. He sees Snax, and Snax will try and dive onto him, get aggressive, but again, he's got no armor, so aim punch is going to be the biggest issue alongside the Glock, doing such little damage. Gets back into heaven, but I mean, this isn't a winnable round for VP by any means.
No, this isn't really a round that matters. It's a round they need to get out of the way. Such our eco rounds, yes, usual. CSGO, of course, in CSGO right now, pistols are a bit stronger than they were in the different or in the earlier iterations of the game, but a full eco like this, there's not much you can do. Getting a frag here is nice. That means the AWP is up by Snax now, and maybe he can grab a second one. No. Yes, he will, but there's no way he's going to get this round because Snappy shuts him down. That was actually pretty close with the no-scope, but no cigar in the end, and 7-1 will be the scoreline. This is where the buy comes in. This is where the AKs come in, and the utility for Virtus.pro.
And this is where that saved AWP would have been good on Snax, because it doesn't matter about loss bonus if you hold onto a weapon that's bigger than the bonus you get.
But no way Heroic would allow him to save that situation.
No, of course not. They're going to hunt that gun down, especially when it's an AWP, right? So now they pull in their own onto Yugi once again. As VP, they can't afford to go for it just yet. This has been good economy management from Heroic. I mean, we had the UMP in the previous round as well, farming up cash up against those pistols, but now it's a buy, so they know they need to go for rifles. S-Tag again outside, but he's got to be careful. He's used his position quite a lot, and again, he used it versus Spirit pretty much every round outside. Spots ahead of the first player, but it's Yugi to take first blood. Snack's dead. What's Bialy looking at? S-Tag is doing damage, and when he doesn't find the kill, he gives away his position. So now Pasha can hunt him, and this is where Yugi needs to come in for support, but he's too little too late. S-Tag dead, and Yugi trades.
Nice trade coming in from Yugi, having 2 kills on him already this far into the round. Bunch of utility on his back as well, so he can still rotate around and block off the different areas on this outside. Moni has been the one taking Snappy's mantle with that lower rotation on towards the B bomb site. Meanwhile, VP are edging their way in towards this ramp where Yugi currently is. Anti-flash, but will get wrecked. But he's just ready to take them down one by one with the AWP. If they peek him one by one, but Bialy, nice shot, 20 HP. Not going to be taken away from him. And 3v2.
But again, we talk about this B control from Heroic due to the outside presence shown by VP. And while it's not Snappy this time, it is Modi. However, VP aren't hitting B. They climb back up the rafters and into Nico. He's not holding a wide enough angle. Lucky does get the kill anyway, and that leaves Bialy alone, but he delays the push. Waits for at least Nico to look away, or at least he hopes, but he gets spotted. So now forced to go towards B or wrap round through the lobby again, but with 20 HP, he's going to opt for the one site that they haven't checked out just yet. But as you say, Risk, Modi's in position. No bomb plant chance here. 20 seconds left. He'd have to get on it quickly, and Modi's just going to shut it down. Heroic, 8-1 risk. What's happening?
And this is what I was talking about. This is the momentum. You can see Kasper Witt, the coach or the interim coach, the mental coach of refreshing Drown, just keeping them hyped up right out. They need to just power through and get everything done so far. Just do everything they can to get rounds on the board because they feel like, and you can see it in the game as well, VP are not on 100%. They're not firing on all cylinders as we usually see them. That means that Heroic should just get as much done as they can possibly right now.
And you said maybe Heroic could put some work into Cash while they let it slip through the map pool, but if anything, it's Nuke currently looking like it.
Yeah, that's true, but they have been good on Nuke for a long time.
Yeah, but you've got to take into account, recently this team has been looking very shaky, at least online. Obviously VP have as well, but that's VP. They're inconsistent. Heroic, at least on Nuke, if we look in the Pro League, they've been losing this map a lot to teams like Mouse Sports that, you know, are only a... Well, I guess you could say they're a good Nuke team. With Heroic always having this in their map pool is one of their better maps, especially when we look back to, you know, when Valdi was in the roster. This is still a very strong performance given the odds.
This is not something that everyone would expect here.
No, of course not.
Of course, me being the resident Dane on the desk here, of course I
You're
can
biased,
sit here.
yeah, we get it.
And that wasn't the point, but okay. But yeah, like this is a surprise even for me. I'm not saying that I thought that Heroic was going to come in here and be up 8-1, but I'm saying that they do have the potential to do this. Most of the time, they don't unleash that potential, though. And this is what's happening right now. That potential is being unleashed. And that's where Heroic can be incredibly dangerous because they do sometimes overperform against better teams, and VP are one of those teams.
Well, you were literally saying to me before this match, you were saying every time Heroic play VP, they seem to win. I mean, you know, while their matches are thin and far between,
yeah,
the matches they do have logged from months back, they're all wins for Heroic, regardless of map, regardless of LAN or online. And, you know, maybe they're just VP's kryptonite. They seem to be so far.
One of the things with Heroic as well, and we were talking about that, how they lost to Hellraisers as well, they are very bad against these mixed puck-style teams, Fnatic specifically. As we do see this push coming outside, let's relay that point for a bit. Yugi misses a shot.
Yeah, but they're all going to wrap down towards B. Snack's taking his time, but the smoke yet to dissipate. So VP down on this site. S-Tag now, we've got a third man playing this position for a change. He doesn't have the utility, used all of it. The Molotov to delay VP and the flash as well. When no one pushes with it, VP will start to make their presence known.
Snappy can drop Rent any second right now.
Yeah, he needs support. He needs that Molotov on Snappy as well, because S-Tag's going to be overrun. He gets one. That's it. Neo quick with the trade, and Snappy wrapping in through the vents, but he's not broken it. VP might not know he's here. They might not have heard the drop inside the vents, despite him not sneaking down the ladder. However, there's 30 seconds left, and this bomb needs to go down. What? A massive mistake from Snappy. Pasha's grabbed the kill and grabbed the gun. It's Modi down on B to try and deny everything else for VP, and while the bomb will be planted, at least we have men up for Heroic. The Molotov forcing Modi out into the open, and Pasha takes the kill with the M4 picked up off the body of Snappy. Now it's looking good. An AWP left for the retake, but Nico with a backstab takes down Pasha as he wraps around the secret, and 2 players left for VP. Nades go in, and Neo removed. It's all onto Snacks, and Nico, he can play the bomb. Snacks is up into the radio, and he's given away his position. Nico can just stick this. He's again hiding behind the position, but he peeks out, and he may make that mistake. Snacks gets the frag. VP get the round. He could have stuck that bomb risk.
Yeah, that's an individual mistake from Nico, and hopefully that'll not haunt him coming into the latter stages of this game, because it all comes down to him making 2 mistakes. So basically, in that smoke, he's not recognizing because he's so stressed in that situation that he can actually go for the defuse. Of course, the team knows this, so he jumps down and then he misses the spray. That's very uncharacteristic for Nico. We know him as one of these better players on this team. 9 out of 10 times he's going to hit that spray. But to come back to the point I was talking about early in the round, was the fact that Heroic seems to always underperform against mixed teams, puck-style teams, and overperform against structured teams and great teams, great franchises like VP. They're just one of the many examples. Sometimes when they play against the Astralis in Northern Denmark, they'll also have the opportunity to surprise as well, and that's just what they do. S-Attack outside doubles up. Neo and Bialy both go down, and this is a buy round for VP, and S-Attack is making work of it. Snacks down to half HP as well.
15-6 on this man right now. He is carrying Heroic through victory. And to victory lane they go as VP diminished to 3. Going to have to pull this back from a man disadvantage. It's Snacks down towards B, Molotov in. But it won't force Snappy too far back. He stays alive with full health. Snacks just spraying just in case he were to run forward in front of the Molotov. And it's Modi on ramp trying to catch a split. VP attempting to go down towards B thanks to Snacks' position, but it's Pasha to get caught. You're dead and Modi traded. But at least damage done. Leaves Taz alone as Snacks goes down towards that B bomb site. And Taz just falling to his death. Heroic 9 rounds to 2. I see you clapping there, Riss. You've got to be happy for the Danes.
It's just such a solid round as well. Not only solid positioning, solid, really great play by Esotek outside. Having to give it to him. It's so nice to see this third star come into the team and actually be top fragging Modi as well. This is almost like the opposite scoreboard as what we usually see, because we see Nico and Yugi on the top of this. They're just in the middle, like sitting in the same pack as Snappy, but Esotek and Modi are making the difference frag-wise. But also positionally and also individual aim tools is just being won right now for Heroic. And technically, yes, like Snacks is one of the better aim players in the world. He's just not making that difference right now.
Well, he's been underperforming recently. Despite VP coming second to Epicenter, he was the bottom performer. And this is a man you look to usually be the carry for the team, or at least in, if you go back to early this year, for example, when they had that last run of success around Las Vegas and second place at the major. So it's a shame to see him fall off, but VP, they're falling off this map. It's 9-2, soon to be 10, as Neo with a Glock and a bomb. He worked his way outside. This round is done.
Boys from Heroic, in this tournament at least, showing that Nuke is clearly their home map. They had a 16-7 against Spirit in their first opening best of 3 of this tournament. Then they also had, when we just saw them on that insane CT side against Spirit earlier today, and now against VP, they're up 10-2. They're just showing that they put a lot of work into this map. That was, yes, it has been their map for a while, but now they're saying, okay, we don't only need to be this, like this shouldn't only be our maps against lower tier opposition. This is our map against everyone, and we can take everyone on, especially with our strong CT side.
Again, though, for those who didn't watch the games of VP in the group stage, they lost 16-4 to Flash and then still brought it back for a 2-1 win. So this scoreline, while it is looking dire at the moment, well, there's still obviously time in Nuke for them to pull it back. There's also 2 more maps potentially to go to. So a great start from Heroic, but we can never count VP out. That's one thing you have to learn.
Yeah, VP is also one of these teams that in the best of 3 and in a tournament in general sometimes have a bit of a slow start.
Yeah.
And let's say, like, of course we're on Nuke, which is Heroic's map pick. Slow start from VP, that could be one of the many contributions, one of the many reasons for this. Yugi not hitting that.
That team smoke actually caused Yugi to miss the shot. He surely would have hit that, or at least you'd like to think, but Snappy actually lost him the opportunity. And talking about opportunity, Modi gives up his. He falls down towards B, flashed in the face. As VP, they've taken ramp control. They have this, they have the option of splitting at least towards the hell, but S-Tag's having rotated in from that garage position.
I actually like the Modi rotates there, because there's no way he should be taking duels against 2 or 3 or 4 VP members as they come down to the ramp, so he plays the conservative, the defensive part, and rotates down towards that lower bomb side.
But look at the utility left on this T side. They've got 1 smoke left on Neo.
And that's for the plant.
Yeah, and it's not enough. 40 seconds left. 2 players down in the secret, both Modi and the AWP of Yugi. If he just plays towards his decontamination door, they can shut down the bomb plant towards the back of the site. We've got 1 player in vents, at least from VP. That could be a surprise, but Yugi will be. As he peeks out aggressively, drops Neo the bomb, attempts to make its way in through, and that 1 smoke that you said, it will be for the plant. They get it down. Taz and Pasha both find a kill, but it's traded back. 3 on 3 for the post plant. VP looking good.
Modi here in a window position. Time is ticking away. They got 2 kits, actually 3 kits, so they don't need to worry at all about the time. S-Attack coming in with a frag onto Taz. S-Attack with the double. This man is just insane at this moment. Bialy 1v3 now. He's in the danger corner. He's in the shade. Will they recognize this though? Picks up the first one now. They know he's there. Double peek. It's the name of the game right now for Heroic. They're not double peeking. They're giving Bialy the chance. And he's taking it. He's taking it. 3 kills for Bialy. Heroic throw it onto this man at Bialy. He just picks it up all on his own.
Incredible. The firepower for VP right now, it works out at least in 1 round. They found 3. But what a round to lose for Heroic. I was just about to praise that position from Nico. We saw him as well in Spirit. He's very good at playing that rotation down towards B. If you watch him outside of the vents, what he does is when he actually rotates down towards B, he's very slow through the vents. He always uses his utility, and that keeps VP trained on the vent position to allow, like S-Tag in the previous round, to shut them down from ramp. Nico's very, very good at his rotations because he's not, super fast down, but he always keeps, VP scared of the back lines as he did Spirit.
Yeah, big team mistake there from Heroic. Communication not 100% on point, because as I said in that last 2v1, just double peek him. Maybe you lose 1 man, but you're definitely sure that you're going to get the kill no matter what. And they mistime it, and that pretty much brings it around, because Bialy's going to hit those shots all day.
Yeah, unfortunate for Heroic, but solo facing is the issue. They're 10-3 up though, and they've still got the first pick. However, that's been traded. Aggression from Snappy after finding a kill. That's an odd decision to make. But look at Yugi. He doesn't even realize they're outside. They gave up control early on, and Pasha's crept by. He's grabbed himself a kill. So now VP in a good position. 4 on 3. Still plenty of utility up here for the T side. And the TT split up. VP slow things down and they bring the bomb towards the yard as they look to make this smoke take down towards B. And with Heroic not with many members left, they're not going to put as much pressure down towards this lower bomb site.
If they don't win this one, Heroic, I would actually like to see them take a timeout. I know it's very close to the halftime, but there's so many issues right now on how they play the CT side. But let's see here as attacking the vents.
Yeah, he lets them all pass as well. He's just going to play slow. His teammate comes in for support as Nico's gone for that rotation. But Bialy and Molly, they have to rush him, and he's going to get the frag. Nice kill for VP. Now the man up. Modi can't stop the bomb going down here over on the B site, and Taz throws the smoke. That makes Modi second guess. He doesn't know if he's crossed now towards the door, as Nico's going to be the man to make the play. He's not smoked off, but Modi's dead. Nico in, and so is he. VP, 4 rounds here. These B bomb site takes have been perfect. Not only do they find those picks on A, they take B, and you know that rotation from Heroic was non-existent.
And here comes the pause. That was exactly what I was talking about. Even though there's just 1 round until we hit halftime, and they're going to get a natural pause in the flow of the game. They need to fix this right now, and you can see it's also a pause that's not about tactics alone. It's also about momentum and how they're communicating. You can see the coach or interim coach Kasper Witt behind him talking about their communication right now.
And you said it yourself, VP are a team that sometimes have slow starts. They definitely have into this map, but the last few rounds they've actually spiked up and picked up a few here on the T side. So actually having some momentum being cut off by Heroic going for this tactical pause makes sense.
And you can also see Heroic's playstyle is becoming a bit more frantic, a bit more twitchy in these last couple of rounds, and that is why they're taking this timeout, just to take a breather and make sure that team communication is under control, everyone's on the same page.
I mean, Snappy already, he gets that first kill in the previous round, but he still gets aggressive towards Squeaky, and his death causes VP to go, okay, let's rotate down B, because now we know Snappy, the man who's usually the player to rotate down through the secret, is dead. So Heroic have less control, and they're going to keep pressure up on A because VP found an A pick. But this time, it's aggression outside. We've seen it before, but this time it's 2 players, Yugi and S-Tag, CZ and Adeagle, but they're both tagged, both spotted.
Yugi does go down to Bialy. Snappy's holding the door position behind the first vent. Glass will be shattered. Maybe Dreams will be shattered as well as Bialy takes 2 of them down. Taz with a single one onto Modi, and this is not looking good for Heroic. VP will restabilize surely and get 5 rounds on the board as we go into half number 2.
Yeah, looking very, very likely here. It would have to be a miracle for Heroic to pull things back. And while Nico's found himself a bit of an aggressive position, VP is still right above him. There's a player just on top of this rafter. It's Snacks, and he just bypasses him. He checks the angle, but now Nico's right below him. He doesn't see him. Turns back around. Oh, but he misses a shot. Almost whiffs. With that kill coming in, he can grab the AK to play with, and no one from VP is close to trade. And with the fact that no one's trading, now they know that VP are down on B. Nico dead. And Snappy alone, he's having to rotate up through the stairwell, and VP, they've got the bomb down on the A side. This round is only theirs to win.
And just as you said, no one was close enough to trade. Bialy went in for the trade. He went aggressive because they know they had to pick up that AK to eliminate every single opportunity of a comeback into this round. Now Snappy 1v4 with their UMP45. Not going to happen, and 10-5 will be the halftime score here. VP restabilizing in the last 3 rounds. Very nice to see from them that now they have found the momentum in these last couple of rounds. Taz was on 0 frags for the first 9 rounds or something. He's restabilizing it as well. The only problem I see here on this scoreboard right now is that Neo's on 6. Neo needs to be on top of that scoreboard, I feel, for VP to win this game, at least in a 2-0 fashion.
And despite looking good in terms of scoreline, Nico's the bottom player here for Heroic. This is a guy you would say is best, or arguably second best maybe to Yugi on the team in terms of individual skill. Yeah. So for him to be very slow is an unfortunate start. And that could come back to haunt them, because while 5 rounds may not seem like much, if VP take that pistol round, again, they're on CT side now. Yep. They can just roll off the back of that. They've taken the last few of the T side, momentum.
And we also saw that one missed 1v1 that Nico had, where he missed the spray and missed the opportunity to go for the defuse. I think that has, well, it's always hard to say mentally how things affect you, but I feel like that clutch not going his way has affected him for the rest of that first half. Sometimes it's very hard to step out of the situation because you're so focused on the mistake you made and how you could have played differently that you let that affect how you think into next rounds, because then you think, okay, these are the mistakes I made in round X. I have to not make them again. And if you're so focused on those mistakes, you don't think about what you could do differently in other parts of the areas where you could improve.
Yeah, and while, you may have a star in the first half who slows down after switching sides, that's the same in playing badly. If you're having a difficult first half, it might just be the side, it might just be the position. Now he gets a chance to completely change things moving over to the secondary half, and Nico now on the T side, give him an AK and see what he can do.
Nico is also a very explosive player, so the T side fits him way better than the CT side.
But look at this. Heroic, bit of utility, but it's mainly armor as they set up close to ramp, looking to burst on through. Taz spotting them as he lets them cross. He's going to run down towards B. Bialy's actually the man to rotate in to do work in lobby as he gets aggressive onto Modi, and that's a smoke dropped as well. Part of Heroic's strategy crushed, and Neo as well from the heavens does damage. It's Bialy shooting his teammate in the back of the head, and Heroic with 3 men standing. They shut down this push into the A-bomb site. It looks like the split from Heroic. They're attempting to wrap both in through main and heaven, plus Modi coming in through the lobby, but with that aggression from VP, it's punished Heroic.
Taz will be taken out. They find one outside, but that's Neo. Getting the frag onto Yugi. Bialy's locking down, trying at least, and Neo will double up, and that's what I was talking about. Getting that vintage Neo back in form. 3 kills in the pistol run, and that's exactly what VP need.
Great start. And their chance for a comeback after a 10-5 half in favor of Heroic. Again, the underdogs in this matchup. You can say what you want about how good they've been playing, how shaky VP have been. You look up this matchup on paper, especially with the maps as well. This should be VPs. They should be the ones proceeding to the grand final, but Heroic are surprising and impressing most of us at least.
See this buy here from Heroic, no utility whatsoever, telling me that they might do a quick, fast timing push. Not even a single pop flash to make it happen, and actually go for outside control. Interesting, because they know they're going to be up against at least one long-range weapon. That's Pasha. It's already taken down to 31, so they have spotted Pasha, but Snack is there with a UMP-45. Nico taking down Snacks, though. And that's a 1-for-1 trade. Pasha low on HP as well.
Yeah, 4-on-4 now for Heroic. They've still got outside control deep, but Pasha's taking a risk with the peak. There's Deagles up for most of these players.
They know where he is.
Yeah, exactly. They're still shooting onto the wall, so he's got to be very, very careful. The issue is, with him now playing passive outside and Snack's dead, they can allow Heroic to wrap into heaven. And Pasha, while he has a CZ as a secondary, still close range, he's got to be low. They're pressuring it from the garage, and play shooting from there allows Yugi to push up. He misses the wrap on the rafters, so he falls down, but he's got to make do with it.
I think that's actually a part of the plan to drop down there, because you can just spot the legs if you see someone up there. So they're taking their sweet time right now, Heroic. They want to not give any advantage over to VP. They want to take the time out of this round, and then when they execute, or not really an execute, but a timing push in the last 30 to 20 seconds of the round, that's where they're going to make their play.
Snappy still baiting with the door, trying to keep the attention of VP focused as Yugi actually goes down. He's the man who wrapped heaven early on, so he's been dropped by Neo. Snappy to trade as they push the A-bomb site, but he's taken down by Pasha. Oh, sorry, Bialy and Pasha, both netting a kill each. Nico now alone, a 1v3, and while these players are slightly tagged up, making the Deagle a little more useful at range, it's still 20 seconds left. He's got 17 HP. He needs to die before the time.
And that was the timing push missed by Heroic. They peeked one by one through that A main, and yeah, of course the first man peeking wants to revenge for the guy who died on the opposite side of that bomb site, but the rest of the team just comes in through the main one by one, and you just can't do that if you have a timing round like that, where you need to push at the same time with C-sets and Deagles to take out these M4s, because they have the advantage in this one. And that's going to be VP netting their round number 7. Full eco right now for Heroic. This could be VP coming up to 8 before Heroic can fall by.
Very possibly, and very probably as well. Lackluster investment from Heroic, as you would both expect and like. You don't want them going for any kind of crazy forces. They're not leading that much. It's a fast push towards Squeaky, an attempted bomb down B, but Neo doesn't allow it. Molotov and MP9 combines, but it's Snappy to trade. However, that's a bomb still dropped in the open, and 2 players left on the bomb site to contend with these pistols, although they're tapping away and doing damage. Snacks doesn't want to allow these guys down towards B. He doesn't want to give them the satisfaction. Luckily, Bialy's there, but 2 kills from Heroic with such minimal investment, that's not too bad.
That's also something really nice about Nuke, because when you know that your opponent's going to be on that T side, they're going to be on an eco, that vent dive is so good. You just put it in the Molotov. You couldn't do that back in Source, back in 1.6. You had to put in nades or pre-flash the position, and they could just dive in straight anyways, unless you could block them with a nade. But now with the Molotov straight on the door, you can just delete that whole push.
Of course, and that was timing-based as well. Because if they wait 10 seconds and then they run down, it's like, oh, you throw the nade, but they've already fallen down the vents. The
Double up setup right now. Sorry to cut you off there. Double up setup on this VP side very early on in the game. And Snacks going for the AWP without any utility is a big gamble so far, because if they lose this, there's a lot of money burned, a lot of money spent for VP, and Heroic can actually be allowed to get a foothold back into the game.
Bialy's dropped early down the vent, so he's playing towards the B side. That makes me think they give up outside control, and they will. Pasha actually falls back. If you look at him, it's Bialy to climb back up the ladder to take down Snappy, so already the first kill up here for the VP side. Exactly what they needed in this buy, and still damage being done on both ends of the spectrum. Modi and Bialy tagged. Heroic They reroute down towards B, but it's going to be Pasha rotated from the outside back onto the ramp. First kill from him. Tag onto Nico as he attempts to retreat, but it's Taz here close for support who picks up one more. Pasha finishes off the job and Nico runs back. And Yugi, he's alone, but he's grabbed one. The only issue is the bomb. As VP are pushed up into this position, he will be aware, misses the flashbang. Unfortunate there, but he's going to push back in anyway. And there's a double setup from VP. The bait from Pasha, the kill from Taz, and 9 for the Virtus.pro side.
Very nice round from VP. They bring 2 orbs into the next one, and another force comes in. Another tactical one, of course, for Heroic. And in this one, they're going to have to buy a couple of CCs maybe, or CZs, if you will. And then wait for that 10-10 scoreline before they can buy up again.
Yeah, max loss bonus kicking in here as they've lost almost 5 in a row now on this T half. So, yeah, they can buy down to 1,500 on the T side. I'd say the very minimum. Some players like to invest a little bit more if they're just going for a light utility buy. But again, you know, on a map like Nuke, a team like Heroic, very good executes on this map as well. They're going to want you good utility. So keeping at least 1,500 is very important.
And that's what they're doing right now. Desert Eagle armor, no C-sets actually this time around. It's going to be armor, full head armor on Yugi, body armor on Nico and Snappy. And I could imagine utility on Modi and utility on S-Attack is going to be the name of the game here as the rest have bought armor. MP9 on Neo this time around. Wants to farm that cash.
Yeah, playing close towards Squeaky potentially. We've already seen that position being taken from him with the exact gun, denying any kind of fast rush towards vents. But with Heroic running 5 Deagles, it's very unlikely they're going for this vent dive. You know,
no
one
utility.
flashbang. I'm expecting maybe something towards ramp here for S-Tag, just burst them through, or even outside. A wouldn't make a lot of sense with Deagles. You're going to want CZs, P250s, guns you can run and gun with more so towards that inner bomb site. But already Nico tagged up, and so's Modi. As the nades come in, they'll continue to do damage. Nico 7 HP. Got to be very careful now.
Very curious this one going for no utility, even though they had the money to get 2 smokes in there. S-Attack with that flashbang. I'm curious to see where he's going to throw that, what's going to be the timing. But obviously, but look at that, Snappy takes the head off Snacks. And that's one duel, one big gun being taken out from VP.
But Yugi, he's going to go in for the face. He could have retrieved that AWP off the body of Snacks, but he'll die. The Eagle trade still comes in, but it's the AWP from Pasha to shut things down. Only 1 kill. Nico with 7 HP doesn't care, as he's found 2 frags post losing all this health. Now Heroic in a really good position. Given what they invested into this round, they found VP in a 2-on-2. Neo's not upgraded his MP9, but he's looking to be aggressive, and maybe too aggressive. Modi misses a shot. He could pay the price. He's dead. That's a massive shot to miss. Now it's Nico. 7 HP. You can't count him out, but Taz is there. And VP, they will regain composure just in time, but that looks very scary.
Yeah, you kind of feel like if Modi would have hit that H-shot onto Neo, 2v1 with Desert Eagle, maybe he could pick up an AWP as well. That should have been the round for Heroic. It doesn't go their way. And this is where we come to talk about mental fortitude, because this is a round that could tilt Heroic completely, because they had that one on the line. If they got that 2v1 in the end, they should have won it as well. But it's not to be, and this is the buy round. They have to get this one on the board to establish some dominance on the T side as well. Or else we know that the plow just comes into motion. The momentum for VP is going to be too much, and they're going to win this map.
Yeah, off the back of picking up 5 out of the 6 last rounds of the previous half, and now going flawless on the first 5 CT, VP really have started to bring in the plow here into the first map. We said this was one issue for Heroic. And VP, they're definitely proving to be an issue. Nico's wormed his way down through B, as many others have as well, but Pasha's here with the AWP and support as well from a teammate crossing as Nico, and the smoke goes down, so they can't even trade. As they run through the smoke, they run to their death. Modi splits through the vents, but it's not enough, because Pasha, he's still doing damage. Double trade comes in as Modi pulls on 2, but still it's a 2-on-3. Bialy playing slow on the vents rotation just to stop Heroic from wrapping back up towards the A bomb site, but that's not the case. They go for the backside plant that allows the bomb to go down for decontamination, but look at Taz. He's crept in. Snacks has found Modi in the meantime, and Taz, he's going to be in a great position to do work. Even though Yugi could potentially take down Bialy, that won't even happen. It's going to be VP with a very strong B hold.
Great hold by Pasha as well in that AWP position. He takes the first one, and of course, as I always say, when you have these kind of chokehold positions where there could be CTs holding that angle, you got to peek them 2 at a time, at least run through 2 at a time, or smoke it off. They try to do that, doesn't work out. Lose 3 guys, or lose 2 guys to him initially. Then he takes the 3rd duel, which he should have never been able to win. He does win that anyways, because he's Pasha. And then that's just the round gone for VP. There's just no way that they're going to come back and lose that. There's no way that Heroic are going to come into a round 2v5 or 2v4 and win that. They have money for another buy, though. Let's see here. Heroic, what's on the point? What's on the menu here for this one?
And as you mentioned, Pasha, he's on 19 kills so far this map. Top of the board, joint with Bialy. Another unknown player to be at the top. We would look to Neo and Pasha to be those men. And, well, looking back earlier into classic VP, usually snacks, but definitely not the case in recent performance. That being said, VP looking good. And Heroic, they've actually opted to slow things down. Instead of taking that initial outside control that they've been doing most on the T side, they actually just sit towards lobby and roof. They don't want to allow VP to get the picks. And even though Heroic have been good at wrapping down through B, it's been on the B site where VP shut them down. This time it's an upper push as they go fast into the bomb site. Neo's fully blind. He doesn't realize they've wrapped around the left side of the site. And Yugi's opened things up alongside S-Tag. At only the cost of one onto Nico. Taz is going to rotate through the Molotov. And this could work. Taz! He just decimates him on the site. 2 players left. He won't get more, but it's still the bomb dropped, allowing VP ample time to rotate back in. And Snacks climbing back up the ladder as Bialy pushes up through main. The smoke fades, and now Bialy has a really good position to make something happen. The smoke goes down once again as the Molotov down vent shows that Heroic don't know where VP sit. They want to get this bomb down, but as soon as they go for the plant, it's either Bialy up in main to cause the issue or Snacks up in heaven, but he rotates down.
Very nice play from Taz there, rushes straight to the Molotov, perfect timing, and Bialy comes in from the main. This is all on Modi, and he's taken out as well. 2 for Bialy and 2 for Taz coming in from that heaven position. And you just got to appreciate the balls and the timing on Taz there. He knows that he can win so much if he peaks correctly, if he times it correctly. There's also a great danger that there's just someone on there holding his angle with that Molotov down doing damage. He's going to win that battle if he's on the side every single, well, time of day pretty much. But Taz says, okay, it's high risk, high reward. I'm going to go for the gamble, and it just pays off hugely. Yeah,
massive performance here. What a round for VP. What a map for VP as well. This was looking so good for Heroic on the CT side. And let's look at the scoreboard as well. S-Tag's still at the top here for Heroic, but they're yet to pick up a round in quite a while. So this has been a nice streak from VP. And Bialy, the top player here for VP as well. This is incredible.
Very good stuff coming out from VP. And I feel like you mentioned this a lot when we cast, and I can only agree with it. The fact that if you have a great start on the CT side and say you rotate over to the T side, it's very hard to get started again. This is the exact case for S-Tag right now. He's maybe gotten, what, 1 or maybe 2 frags on the T side so far? That's not good.
Well, really, no one's been putting up a huge amount of frags on this second half. VP have just been shutting it down. So it's an issue for Heroic, and again, using another one of their pauses to try and take a second. Hopefully this will allow them to regain composure and work out what's going wrong, because that A-site attack was fine, right? They wrapped the site, they killed the player on the site, they go for the bomb plant, but it was Taz that made it work, and then Bialy later in the round in that 2v2. So VP up to 12, Heroic looking for their first of the T side.
That is also the tilt factor that comes in, because you kind of feel like, okay, we got everything on lockdown, we're playing our standard, we're getting that Molotov up towards upper. Then we turn our back to it because we have a Molotov there. And that's where Taz just comes in and completely wrecks them. And that has to be very tilting, because Heroic are feeling like they're doing everything correct. They're getting everything, like they're checking all the boxes in the little list they have when this is what we do when we're taking A. And sometimes that just doesn't work out because the CT just something that you don't expect.
Molotov into main. Heroic looking again for the A play, this time a little more utility usage, but S-Tag's dead. Neo's found him from main as he looks back towards a squeaky door. It's Bialy up in the A bomb site to shut down Nico, pushing in through Hut. These are solo pushes from Heroic. They're not tradable positions, and good utility usage from VP has slowed this push right down. Modi has to make a play, or someone does, because now Heroic are left to just 2 men. And all around the map, VP find frags. Now Heroic look to regroup up towards ramp, but Taz is there, and we know what he's like this map so far. Pasha drops Modi, and Taz holds down the ramp. It's VP all across the board. 1 death.
VP with a stellar CT side right now, and Heroic are looking lost fans at this point. It's not looking too good for them. Of course, frag-wise, yes, they're still looking okay on that board. S-Attack is on 20, Modi is on 19, but you have to remember that that is all on the back of a great CT side. Things have not been working out for them on T. VP on the other side of things, double up setup, rocking every bit of utility. Pasha's on point. Bialy, who's usually on the bottom of that scoreboard, is rocking it. Neo still trying to find his footing, and Snack's also getting something done. So this whole VP team is just working things out right now. 13 rounds, and this is exactly the start they need, but push coming in now.
Quick towards A. Bialy again blinded, but it's Neo here for support, so he doesn't even matter. Bialy peeks up for 2 more, make it 3. Great spray control. Everyone shut down. Again, it's VP. Another round on the CT side. When will Heroic get damage?
I feel like this is the end. for this map. These last couple of rounds, I have seen nothing of the Heroic that I need to see in order for me to say, okay, yes, they can come back into this one. Every single time they get shut down, they try a lot of different things, and that's great to see because they're showing us that they have a deep strat book, that they're doing the inner pushes, they're doing fast, they're doing slow. What I would like more for them to do right now is to go outside, maybe focus on the smokes, go to secret, go for that split B. But still, like, you can't really fault them. They have just been losing every single time to aim duels, to VP being ready, having a read on them, and just VP just having a stellar CT side as well. There's not much you can do against that. And they are doing this right now, that what I just said. Playing those smokes outside, getting into secret, this is another page of their strat book.
And taking the secret control makes VP give up outside, therefore rotating usually an A player down vents, but they actually commit towards A. So the distraction is Nico. As Modi finds the opener, Estag will follow up. Good entries for Heroic. Bomb site taken, and that's all off the back of these A players actually rotating because they saw Nico cross down towards B. So Heroic finally throwing in exactly what they need. And now the double up left to retake. Probably not going to go for it in this position.
All right, it works out in the end. The end of this map has been delayed for just a bit as the outside play and the forced rotations Heroic make VP do. Makes the round all worth it in the end. And my question is now, how many pauses do Heroic have left now? I feel like they're either on one. I think they're on one, actually. I think they spent 3 of them already.
They've used 2 on the T side.
And 1 on the CT side.
No, you are right, yeah. No, they're on 1.
Yep, because they used the 1 in the last round.
Yes.
So they are just on 1 remaining.
They used 1 early into the CT side. As soon as VP got a round or 2 on the board, they used 1 near the end of the half, and then they used 1 when they were struggling on the T side. I was actually wrong. So 1 pause left, and Heroic have to use it wisely. VP with a chance to find the reset here on this T side. Molotov in the squeaky door puts Yugi down to 60. And the flash comes in as well. It's going to be the cross from main towards the site from Bialy. And he's been playing very well in the default spot as well. Yugi even going to close the door. Doesn't want VP to pounce on him and take that frag. Instead, they'll pounce on Bialy. Good shot from Modi. Heroic man up.
That's a very good start. Exactly what Heroic needs to get back into this game. They need some momentum. They need some self-confidence. Nico taking a bit of damage, but taking this position once again. They're taking the secret to a wall of smoke, and Snacks is forced to rotate back. There's nothing he can do here. Taz is taking out 1 for 1. Heroic will take that any day of the week right now. Nico getting into the window position.
Especially when there's 2 orbs left on the retake. If they can hold VP out of the sight with this utility, as they are doing, and then get the bomb down, double up retake, we'll see VP in a similar situation to the previous round where they had to save, or at least try to save on Pasha and Snacks. Now the bomb down. VP going to look to reconsider with this one. They can't find the reset, I don't think, but they can reinvest if they keep 3 guns alive. They have a lot of money to play with, and that's why they're looking for these exit kills. If they can find frags, they'll go for it, but it's just unlikely because Heroic aren't showing themselves.
And that's a rough part about a T side, especially here in Nuke, because you have to basically go through trial and error to find out what's working for you on that T side. Finally, they found out, okay, if we go through the strategy where we put down smokes towards outer to go to that secret, we can either force the rotations from VP, or we can actually just go through when they don't force the rotations, just go through, split their lower bomb site, make it all work, because they have those 2 orbs, can't really retake that well onto the B bomb site. And Heroic seems to have found the strat, or at least the start default, that can take VP down. And I think this could be the pause coming in from VP.
Yeah, they actually have less money than I expect. Still enough to go for this buy, but not enough for everything maybe that they want. Full utility, full kits at least, and rifles should be across the board unless they opt to go for a UMP to buy up more utility, for example. And yeah, that's the pause from them. Look at the scoreboard though. VP, 9 rounds on this CT side before Heroic come back with 2 of their own. So again, as you say, the outside control needed for Heroic. They throw it in, and both rounds they pick it up.
Yeah, because I kind of felt like that, okay, they tried everything. They tried going towards ramp and splitting that. That didn't work. They tried to go in working a lot inside, especially. Slow and quick inside did not work either. And now they find out, okay, outside control is what we're working for us. This is how we're going to grind back the game. So that seems to be the name of the game for Heroic as they try to grind back these rounds.
And while we saw VP at least seem to read into Heroic setup on the CT side, the pistol round, for example, with the play down towards B from Estag, and that's why they wrapped the rafters, Heroic didn't show much of a T side. It was 16 to 4, 16 to 3, so VP don't have earlier games from today to work off to see what Heroic's setups are. And while they didn't look as deep earlier on, now they're starting to look better, although this is a good round. VP, they take the short timeout, and Pasha kicks things off. It's Modi inside of the A bomb site to go down first off.
Not exactly sure how that happened.
It was actually on ramp.
Yeah, Modi should not be peeking into the stationary AWP on ramp if there is one.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be peeking into anything towards the ramp when they're still lining up smokes outside. But individual mistakes perhaps on Modi there. We're going to have to find out. Of course, we didn't see this, so we can't really call him out on it, of course. Double up setup, as we mentioned before, still on VP. But look at the utility that's missing currently on two of the players on that VP lineup. But Neo doesn't care about utility. He just gets frags. S-Tag's taken down. This is now 3v5. Chance to get on 15 for VP.
And Heroic running out of options, going to fast push this A bomb site. That pick will surely initiate it, but Yugi, another shot through the smoke. Still his teammates fall on the site, but it's equal trades down to a 2-on-2. Nico to go further. We talked about him needing to step up, and he does. But Pasha's still in this one. And both players from Heroic are tagged up. Pasha will be wrapping in through the lobby, but it's a Julie's out for Yugi. And Pasha pushing in through the hut. He takes the first kill with a CZ. The second player low towards the back of the site. And the nade. This could do it for Pasha. He should find him. And Nico avoids the position as he wraps around the left side of the site. Pasha, CZ back in his hands. He spots Nico in the gap. He has the ammo for the shot. And the Molotov as well, as you say. This might be able to force Nico out. It does, but Nico gets the kill on Heroic. They carry on. They don't allow VP to hit map point.
And this time around, the name is fitting. Heroic's coming out for Nico there with what, was it 3 or 1 HP? It was definitely very low. He still makes that clutch work. VP trying to make everything. They're trying to force him out of the bombs, like using nades, using Molotovs, but he's just going to get through that through sheer resilience and firepower. Heroic now 13. VP forced down to pistols money-wise. This could be tied up 14-14. And the last time these two teams were this close on nuke, it ended up 16-14. For Heroic, and that was at ESL 1. Oh, that was actually at the Katowice major, or not the major, but the Katowice tournament. That's a long time ago, but we could see a repeat here once again.
Pistols for VP. Unfortunate start. As Heroic, they've taken control towards ramp. There's only Taz on the receiving end, the one-armored player here for VP, as he looks to hold on to this alone. Might just have to drop down towards the lower site. Heroic have taken this control, and they've still not seen Taz. He's going to give his position away with some shots, and they'll force him down towards B. Pasha in the meantime rotating as well, so VP with a double setup towards his site, at least for the time being, but Taz, damage, careful. The Snappy gets tagged up. S-Tag going to finish off the job, but still Pasha plays close, and he's outside the window as well. 1 kill, Yugi dead, and they haven't finished off the job onto Snappy. So while Pasha's traded, there's still Snappy on 4 HP. He's playing Bogdan, he's got the AWP in his hand, and the bomb going down the site. This should be undoable for VP, but if they can get damage and if they can take guns off of Heroic, that can work as we go into the last few rounds of the map.
Modi's going to execute both players here as one comes through ramp. Is he aware of these? Yes, he is. Snappy at 4 HP has AWP because he's just saving at this point. He's not even going into taking early duels. He's trying to bring that into the next round. Hold a defensive posture. Snacks here. Should be actually Snappy's peeking. There should be no way he's peeking that angle right there.
The issue is he doesn't allow Snacks to get out of vents and go onto the bomb site and kill a player like S-Tag or get rid of the AWP from Molly. So
I kind of feel like they had a secondary player watching that angle as well, but that doesn't matter right now. We can go back and watch that in the future. But for now, it's going to be 14-14, and that's all that matters right now. This game is all tied up. Modi on 26, having a barn burner of the game. Pasha on 25, Bioli on 25. This is a great game so far.
And Nico, the man who was at the bottom of the board after the first half, we said moving over to this second side, he may be able to pick things back up, and he certainly has. Modi v Pasha.
Two 1.6 legends as well here. Pasha perhaps a bit bigger, but still.
Can't take it away from Modi. You can't take it away from Heroic. 14 rounds up against the Giants at RVP and looking to find map point. They burst A. They step fast towards Squeaky as S-Tag goes to the opener. Not done this yet, but Bialy and Snacks, they line up everyone. Modi with the trade, and out of nowhere it's Yugi, CZ in his hand. Both players from VP rotating back through the heaven, and the bomb dropped in the open, but Yugi with the AWP has the option for a pick. He looks to work his way out of the hut, but he's wrapped himself around the site, and Taz, he misses a shot. Yugi's found it, but he might not expect Pasha back up in this position. Two players towards heaven, he doesn't realize he's crossed out. With the Molotov going down, he still has no idea. Going to walk round, but he misses a shot. Goes back in for more, and it's Pasha to clean up with his USP. VP, map point on nuke.
What Heroic tried to do there is what, well, I like to dub the Astralis, the glaive call. You're trying to change up the pace in such an important round that your opponent is not going to be ready for it. You try to just burst onto that bomb site like Astralis did against VP on that train and that major, but it doesn't work out this time. It's going to be VP shutting it down. Yugi trying very, very well in that end to bring it home, but it's going to be 15-14. It's going to be overtime, or it's going to be the 16-14 victory here in map 1 for VP.
We've casted overtime in every single best of 3 series this event, you and I, Risk.
Yeah, why
It's
not?
very possible we could see another one limited buy on VP as well. 2 UMPs, a Mag 7 on Neo, not good utility at all. And the smokes fail outside, but that allows Nico to actually get this first kill. Snaxo, first frag with the UMP traded by S-Tag as they continue to work down B, but they've got to be careful. The bomb doesn't want to cross because we still have that AWP shown in heaven for Pasha. And so if the bomb was to drop outside, VP would be in a great position. Bialy, in the meantime, bringing the M4 down towards his B bomb side as well, and Heroic have already backed off of this.
I like how Heroic actually taking the pace out of the round right now, using their utility to just back up VP and just rotate into a different position.
Oh, no.
Neo's so close right now, he's going to get that frag. Max 7 in hand, and he goes for the aggressive angle. I don't understand this at all, and Snappy will be able to lock him down. 3v3, low HP on Taz, low HP on Pasha as well. They only have 2 flashbangs and 1 smoke with 53 seconds to go. This is a big problem for VP.
A massive risk and not much reward, only a 1-for-1. As Heroic, they could bring this to OT right here, right now. Taz and Pasha tagged. And Heroic, they slow things down again for the second time this round after the initial kills and after that aggressive push with the Mag 7. Heroic don't want to be the one to make the mistake here. They want to see if VP go aggressive, but the issue is time is ticking away. They've got to eventually make a play, and it will be towards the A bomb site. 30 seconds left. Good utility is the most important factor of this round. Flash is set up towards A, and S-Tag distracting down on B. Bialy's going to be there, and he falls back passive. He knows he only needs to delay this time as they wrap back up through the vent.
Perfect.
This is a good execute from Heroic. They force VP down towards the B bomb site with that presence from S-Tag.
Double
and
Mauler,
with
he
him
can't
coming
get
back
up
up through the vent, there's no way anyone can rush through. Taz can't take control this time, but it's Pasha with the AWP, and he's 18 HP. Bomb planted for Heroic. This could be overtime here and now. As VP, they look to rotate back in. They have no other choice. Pasha setting up the flash to allow his teammate to climb up the ladder. That will be Taz.
Bialy and the boys trying to take it in. And here we go, the push is coming.
S-Tag, he goes to the first frag, but it's Taz to pick it up. Trades and a crossfire still held, but Bialy back in. They could do this. They can take the victory, and they will. VP, 16 rounds. The retake looked impossible. But VP, a team that continues to defy the impossible. From a 10-5 half to Heroic on their CT side, it will be VP to take victory in map number 1.
The impossible retake coming in, and that is an insane way to end it. We're pretty hyped for that one. We were standing up, as were everyone in the arena for that. And holy moly, VP, as I said before, the impossible retake coming in there. I was actually counting them out there. It's so hard in that position if you have an AWP, if you're low on HP and you don't have a lot of utility, trying to come in towards that bomb site. I kind of felt though like Heroic burned a lot of the utility very, very quickly to get that bomb down, to get in a position where VP couldn't challenge for the bomb plant, but it's all said and done now.
Well, the post plant was the issue. I loved this setup on that round. It was so good to see, you know, the rotation from S-Tag up through the vents, the good combination on that A-bomb site hit, forcing VP away to go for that early rotation because there were 19 seconds left on the clock. Really good play actually from Heroic, and actually surprised me, really impressive. Unfortunately, it won't work them out in the first map as VP take the map pick of Heroic moving forward. Now we move on to Cash. We said it ourselves. If Heroic want to take this series, they need nuke.
Yeah, and now we move on to Cash, and that's going to be an even harder one. As we do see VP show up late in the game, but showing resilience, taking the grind victory, 16-14, and well, now it's only Cash to talk about for now.
Indeed, a map that Heroic don't like to play alongside Cobble. It's their secondary veto, but with VP seeing that come in, yeah, not only is it a good map for them, but they know it's a bad map for Heroic. They went for that pick, and this is going to be very difficult. The only thing I would work off is the fact that Heroic still look resilient. They still look like they can bring things back. And again, we look to VP play actually on Cash versus Flash. They went 16-4 down. Obviously, that was a very different VP in the first day of the group stages, but still, there's always potential. Yeah. But either way,
one thing before we finish, actually, if I think about it, Heroic, they've only insta-banned Cobble for this tournament, right?
Yeah.
They're not insta-banning Cash. That also shows me that, okay, of course it's not one of the great maps, but they're still not uncomfortable on it. No. And that's going to be interesting. I still feel like they have a chance, but it's definitely way slimmer now. But from Nuke, we can see that they can still compete. VP, definitely big favorites now coming into map 2.
A close matchup indeed, and hopefully it will go all 3, but they need Cash. They need VP's map pick. We're going to throw it over to the desk, and we'll be back with map number 2 shortly.
CS.money, a new service for trading your skins. Tired of all the skins piling up in your inventory? With CS.money, trading got faster and safer than ever. Now you can just sign in to our website, choose the skins from your inventory and those you want to get from a broad variety. Confirm the trade and rejoice in your new skins. CS.money, the best service for trading your skins.
E-gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans.
Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match.
Daily quests for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
Skins for CSGO. Boys, skins for CSGO. Skins for CSGO. Cheap and expensive. Exchange skins, boys. We have cheap, we have expensive. Come here, boys. Skins for CSGO. Skins for CSGO. Skins for CSGO.
Do not risk. Exchange in 3 clicks. Fast, profitable, safely.